December 23rd, 1972. A cold day in Pittsburgh. The Steelers, a franchise known more for its struggles than success, were up against the Oakland Raiders in the AFC Divisional Playoff. What happened that day would change the course of NFL history forever. Also, I would appreciate it greatly if you left a like and left a comment down below with your thoughts. Also, subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell so you won't miss the next upload. Before we get to the miracle, though, let's talk about the state of the Steelers. This was a franchise that had been around since 1933, but had never won a playoff game. Think about that. Decades of struggles, disappointments, and mediocrity. Sound familiar? But the 1972 season felt different. Chuck Noll was in his fourth year as head coach, and he had been building something special. A young, tough defense anchored by Mean Joe Green and Jack Ham, a promising quarterback in Terry Bradshaw, and a powerful running game with Franco Harris. The Steelers finished the season 11-3, their best record ever at that point. But standing in their way, the Oakland Raiders, a hard-nosed team coached by the legendary John Madden, known for their aggressive style and physical play. The game itself was a defensive battle. Going into the fourth quarter, neither team had scored a touchdown. It was just a series of brutal hits, stalled drives, and field goals. The Steelers finally took a 6-0 lead after 2 field goals, but with less than 2 minutes left, Raiders quarterback Kenny Stabler, who wasn't even the starter at the beginning of that season, broke free for a 30-yard touchdown run, stunning the crowd at Three River Stadium. Suddenly, the Steelers were down 7-6 with only a minute and 17 seconds left on the clock. Their season, their hopes, their entire future was all on the line. The Steelers only had one chance. With 22 seconds left, they faced 4th and 10 from their own 40-yard line. No timeouts, it was do or die. Bradshaw took the snap with pressure coming from every direction. The Raiders' defense collapsed the pocket, forcing him to scramble. He dodged one rusher, then another, before launching the ball downfield toward running back Frenchy Fuqua. And then, boom! A collision. The ball ricocheted through the air, seemingly in slow motion. For a split second, the stadium held its breath. And then, out of nowhere, there goes Franco Harris. He scooped up the ball inches from the ground, cradles it in his hands, and takes off down the sideline. The Raiders defenders, caught off guard, scrambled to catch him, but it was too late. Franco crossed the goal line, and that was a touchdown for the Steelers. Three River Stadium erupts in absolute chaos. Fans storm the field, players celebrate, but there was only one problem. Nobody knew if that was a legal play or not. This is where things got tricky. According to the NFL rules at that time, if an offensive player touched the pass first, another offensive player couldn't legally catch it unless a defender touched it in between. So the big question was this: did the ball hit Fuqua first, or did it hit Jack Tatum, the Raiders safety? If it hit Fuqua without touching Tatum, the play was dead, and the Raiders would have won. But if it hit Tatum, or if the refs couldn't determine who it hit, then the play would stand, and the Steelers would have won. Touchdown. And let's not forget, the replay technology back then wasn't what it is today. There was no slow motion breakdown from 20 different angles. It was just a few shaky replays from the broadcast. The referees huddled for what felt like an eternity, and John Madden, furious, demanded an explanation. Finally, the decision came down. Touchdown Steelers. The stadium exploded with celebration, and the legend of the Immaculate Reception was born. But even now, years, decades later, NFL fans are still debating whether that was a legal play or not. But that wasn't just a win for the Steelers. That was the moment that changed everything for them. Before the Immaculate Reception, Pittsburgh was seen as an afterthought in the NFL, a team that had never been taken seriously. But that one play, that single moment of magic, gave the Steelers the confidence to believe they could be great. The following week, they lost to the undefeated Miami Dolphins. But the foundation had been set. Over the next few years, the Steelers built one of the greatest dynasties in sports history. 4 Super Bowls in 6 seasons. Terry Bradshaw, Franco Harris, Lynn Swann, John Stallworth, and the Steel Curtain defense dominated in the 1970s. And it all started with that one play. Even today, the Immaculate Reception remains one of the most iconic moments in NFL history. Franco Harris became a legend. his name forever linked to the play. In 2019, the NFL named it the greatest play of all time. The city of Pittsburgh honors it with a statue at the airport and even at the Heinz Museum. I actually went there this past weekend, which kind of inspired this video. Sadly, though, Franco Harris passed away in December 2022, just days before the 50th anniversary of the play. But his legacy and the legacy of the Immaculate Reception will live on. So what do you think? Was the Immaculate Reception a miracle or was it a mistake? Should it have been ruled incomplete? Let me know what you think in the comments.